I got a few more things to say to the comedy community. There's a real theater kid energy in certain parts of the comedy community right now. And I will say that there's a lot of unearned, what's the word? Jubilance? Is that a word? Sure. Jubilant?
Yeah.
People are very happy. This is my problem. I look at people sometimes, they're very happy.
Well, they think they're doing something.
Well, they're happy, things are going well, but a lot of this is, I was an actor. I wasn't in high school theater, okay? You talentless faggots. I was a real actor. I was on Sesame Street. And before you laugh at that, you fat chicks, you bunch of fat chicks trying to get attention for the first time in your goddamn life, understand that I got paid, not a lot and not often, but I was paid. I was in real plays that real people wrote. And yes, some of them killed themselves afterwards. That's what playwrights do. They take themselves out. Okay? They don't go to JFL and dance around. They blow their brains out. New York was a great city. I was in a show called Lake of Fire. No, I'm sorry. I wasn't that. But I was in another show called Christmas Dreamers Awaken. It was about a woman who was raped by her father repeatedly. And it was in the Village. When the Village was cool, it had little black box theaters. And I was in this. I think I was 8 or 9 or something. I don't even know what I did. I just kind of sat there while the main character went on and just hinted about her dad raping her. She never fully, but it was pretty. If you were intelligent, you knew what was going on. Her father came to the show, and he sat there through the whole thing, and it was clear that the main character was his daughter and that he was the rapist. He molested everybody. And she said, "What do you think?" afterwards? And he went, "I thought it was good. It was a little long." And now that's been replaced in Manhattan by theater kids. Theater kids with PR departments behind them singing and everything. And this is what I feel about it. There's some real talent out there. Even people I disagree with on pretty much everything. There's some very talented people out there. But there's a theater kid energy. And the theater kid energy is kind of like, we're the shit. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We're the new hot thing. We're great. We live in this bubble. We enjoy it. And it's all fine. What I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you this. There is, I don't care what is going on at the moment for anybody. There are so many talented people in New York City who you'll just never see, you'll never hear from, and they will die underappreciated, unappreciated, alone. And just, you know what? Think about them a little bit. Think about them a little bit when you're doing your interviews and you're asked meaningless questions by some other goon whose job it is to, and just realize that you're lucky, that Joan Rivers said. Some people out there are fucking very lucky. You're a whole lot of fine. You're a whole lot of fine. You didn't invent shit. It ain't great. It ain't a riot when you perform. Like, people aren't stomping to get their money back, usually because no money was exchanged. But just know that that's where it's at. Don't relax. Okay, I will say a quote that someone said that made me a little upset. They said, when people copy me, you know what I say? I say, thank you. But no one's copying you because you've done nothing. And I don't mean that in a dick way, because this person I'm talking about, I think there's talent there, but you've inspired no one. You've done nothing. Cut it out. Just relax. Enjoy what's happening. Enjoy where you're at. And realize there's a cashier at CVS who is so much more talented than you'll ever be. And she's got 3 kids and a husband that beats her. And you are in a position to be fine and have everyone love it. Just know that that's where it's at. Don't get crazy. Be happy. Listen, people could say the same thing about me. I am fine. There's guys that are funnier than me that'll never get certain opportunities I've gotten. And I try to think about that. I try to think about how fucked up life is. Not all the time, because you gotta, you can't. I'm not saying, but certain people, that go out there and there's just this real attitude that they've been around for about 5 minutes and they act like they've changed the game. They've changed the game. And 5 minutes ago, they were poof, nobody knew. Gone. Who? They didn't know. Nobody knew. But now they're here and they've revolutionized everything. Gutenberg with the printing press. They came out and they gave people the idea that they could live. There's people out there that they now believe they can be like me and live. And it's such an honor to inspire people creative. Can you cut it out? Nobody is out there. It's a mirage. It's a black box. Nobody's at what some fat chick from Ohio's now going to move to New York. She was going to anyway. She was coming anyway. Stop. Just be happy. I come from the world of theater, real theater, not mommy and daddy paid money for camps and they paid money for publicists. Real fucking theater. Great people that are fucking tremendous. And none of them succeeded. They all end up fucking singing to old people in Long Island, half of them. This is what happens. You get cocky and you start talking like you're the shit. It's just, to me, I just say to myself, ugh. It's not needed. It's not needed. It's not mature. It is what it is. I have a lot of respect. I see a lot of plays. I see a lot of shows. I watch a lot of people. You're not going to know who they are, but they're fucking great. They're great at what they fucking do. And it's just it can be a little aggravating when out of nowhere, somebody pops up and they tend to think that they're paving the way. They're paving the way for people. The way's been paved. None of us are paving the way here. It's been paved. Are you high? Are you high? It's been paved. It's paved. People are coming down. It's good. It's good. I'm happy. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Yeah, like when we saw the ferryman. Like in the front row, and there was the what's it called when they come out and bow?
The curtain call, whatever. Yeah. I forget. They come out. Yeah,
it's a 3-hour.
I'm in the theater. I don't know what it's fucking called. No, I'm trying to think. The cast call, the bow. I get. I've done it more than half these other people that are gonna make fun of me. I can't think right now because they fucking just yelled at the Bush family for an hour. I'm scattered. Yeah, but we saw the.
But I'm like embarrassed to be seen by, like, I don't even want them to see my face.
Well, they should write an article about you that you're the boss now. You're the boss of the 5 families. They're going to write an article that you're the boss. And you go, I'm the boss now. I didn't shoot nobody. I didn't run a successful operation. No racketeering, no gambling, no murder, no women. You do nothing, but I'm the boss.
Yeah.
And when people emulate me, they copy me, I say, thank you. God. What are you doing? Have a little dignity injected into yourself somehow. A lot of people.
that baby on stage.
There was a baby.
And you were like, that baby's done more than either of us.
The baby on the ferryman is done more than me and Ben have done and made more money and is more essential to the production in every way. No one cares what I go to Laugh Bar. If they come out before me and go, today we're going to have a magician who does magic with puppets, the audience would go nuts. They'd fall out of their seats. There'd be 25, 30 people, and more now because more people are knowing who I am. Some of my fans would be a little upset until he came out and did a little bit with the puppet, and then a lot of them would go, well, this isn't bad, is it? We're already here. So I'm just saying, I respect a lot of different people, a lot of different kinds of comedy, but sometimes people ask me to do articles or they'll pitch an article to me. They're like, how is it harder as a gay guy in comedy? I'm like, I'm not doing this article. They're like, what's it like when a gay guy works comedy clubs? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like tons of gay guys have done throughout history. What are you talking about?
Right.
I mean, I remember one gay guy in New York was like, I was the first gay guy to work a comedy club. I'm like, that's provably untrue. That's completely wrong. You're saying that. I get it. I don't hate on anybody. You get press written about you. Great. Just come. Unless, here's the other thing. Unless you were kidding. Maybe you were kidding when you said that. And then if that was the case, I feel a little stupid. Now, if you were kidding,
Might have been a joke.
if you were kidding when you said that, it's kind of funny. And, well, if I mean, if that was a joke, then the last quarter of the show was my joke. Then I was kidding. If you were kidding, then I was kidding. But I don't know if you were kidding. You know, if you need, go get a potato and put a Marlboro Light in its mouth and watch that and then press play on your phone.